Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello, happy Friday. I hope you're staying warm. There is a massive cold weather coming across the country and it's affecting a good many people. We have a weather advisory, a winter wind chill advisory, because it feels like temperature right now is -10 and it's going to get colder throughout the day into tomorrow. And then on top of that, we have a winter storm warning with some snow. We've been having a bit of snow all day, but we have snow coming in, especially I guess Sunday morning through Monday evening, and we're expecting maybe a foot or more. We'll see. Seems like all the weather models keep changing it, and it just depends on where it hits. So we're gearing up for some stamping. Good weekend to be inside, stay warm, stay cozy, do some crafting, and I hope that some of these paper pumpkin alternate ideas will inspire you, give you something to work with. All right, I'm using the January 2026 special delivery kit. Hi, Kathy. Oh, yes, you're expecting maybe 9 inches through the weekend. Yeah, I'm curious to see how much we get because we're not too far from Cuga Lake, which gives us a little bit of almost like a little warm air protection. And we don't generally get as much snow as some other areas around us. So I don't know, if it's gonna be cold, we might as well have snow, right? Either way, I am planning on hibernating for the weekend. I did my grocery shopping yesterday. I stocked up. I've got things to make soups and, like warm comfort foods throughout the weekend into next week. And yeah, made sure I got my shopping out of the way, got what we need, stocked up on toilet paper, like just extra water, anything for just in case. So yeah, I am not a fan of the cold. I'm happy to be prepared for it, but I also appreciate it much more when I can be inside warm and cozy, looking out at the beautiful snowflakes and things like that. So that's my take. All right, let's do some stamping here. How about that? So, all right, I'm gonna flip the camera. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I've got a few more ideas to share some alternate projects for you using this month's paper pumpkin kit, and I hope you enjoy them. So leave me a comment, let me know where you are tuning in from. All right, and if you're watching the replay, happy to have you here too. So let's get my lighting situated here. And there we go. Okay, so we should have good light. And just to recap, all right, part 1's video that we did on Monday. This was kind of similar to the original. We left off the blue flower on the front, but I shared a tip for how to get all of these pieces lined up just so. This was the blue flower, and it seems that this is the most popular card. I'd say this is my favorite overall too. All right, we did a little fun easel card here with these elements. Added in the little add-on die kit there for this one. I was trying to grab the die kit and I grabbed an envelope stuck to it. All right, here's that. We've got the postage die, and here we go. There's a die cut that says beautiful as well. Okay, so that's the add-on die set. All right, and then with this one we did a Z fold, fun fold, mounted this onto a full-size card base. All right, and of course I added the brushed brass butterfly embellishments on all of the projects too. So I don't know if we can top that, but let's see what we can do today. I've got my stack of remaining elements here from the card kit. So I do have a couple of extra of those postage pieces. I do have a half of 1.5, well, no, I've got 2.5 card bases of the pink check there. Got our sentiment labels, half a note card plus 2 full two of the plain bubble bath bases, and I still have the envelopes too, all but one of the blue ones that we disassembled. All right, so I have quite a bit to work with here. Okay, I just showing you the die cut pieces, and we still have some of these too. So yeah, I am, oh yeah, and a full one. Okay, we've got quite a bit to work with here, so I'm excited to see what else we can come up with. All right, oh, somebody had a foot overnight. Wow, we've had about 3 feet in the last couple of days. That is crazy. Whereabouts are you located that you got that much snow? Wow. All right, well, I'm hoping we get maybe a foot just to, you know, have a nice coverage on the ground and make things look pretty. But yeah, I don't want to have to shovel out well, I wouldn't say I would, because David would probably go out and shovel it. And thankfully my parents live just up the road, and my dad has a plow, so he usually takes care of us too. So I am a bit spoiled in that I don't usually have to go out and shovel it myself. But I will stay inside and make the warm, cozy meals. How about that? Okay, so first project I was thinking of, I wanted to use one of these little sentiment pieces. And how about we use one of these pink, what do you call this? Pink check. It's not really a gingham, but kind of a pink check. We'll use that as our card base. All right, and then I was thinking too about some of these little postage, like stamp elements, and how that might be kind of fun to make a little grid on here. So let's see how, this time I'm not doing that trick because I want to do just a slightly different arrangement, and we might need to pull in maybe some of that white. I had that half a note card left in here. So let's see. Get you that one. I want to do like a little grid, kind of like a square. All right, with these pieces, and I think those being opposite might be kind of cute. And then, or let's see here. I like this one because these are the fun rectangles. So maybe we'll balance these out. I don't think this is coming out quite square. Let's see here. See which sizes are best. See these? All right. I think these pieces balance out fairly well. And then I need a couple of taller pieces. So what if we did this? Let's see, that's still not quite. It's not quite coming. I wanted something a little more like, let's do this. We'll get it. We'll get there eventually. How about this one? And then, I don't know. I don't like necessarily the pink on one, but I kind of wanted it to be like rectangles and squares, something like that, kind of centered on the front and spaced far enough apart that I could do a fun little circle using the love stamp and put that in the center. Okay, so I have my stamp. Yes, I wanted to do the sending love in the middle of it. All right, so let's get this inked up. We've got our Poppy Parade. Here we go. Okay. All right, so that's the thing with my videos. You get to work through the process with me. I have ideas kind of streamed together, but I've not made the cards ahead of time here. So you get to see my creative process in action. All right, somewhere, yes, I did have those remaining dimensionals from the kit, so let's keep using those. All right, and then, yeah, I think that might work, especially if we spread it out just a little bit and then just keep it super simple. Hey, Diana. Yeah, 12 outside, but feels below 0. Yeah, I think I just checked the weather app before I went live, and I think it was saying it was like 10 below 0 with the wind chill. Whew, yeah, cold, cold, cold. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's put these on first, and I'm gonna snip the edges too. Don't forget about the edges of your dimensionals. All right, they're still sticky, they still work. So make sure you use those too. Stretch all the elements in your kit. Okay, so let's put this one on first. It'll kind of set the tone for the rest of our card here. So I'm coming in about 3/4 of an inch from the left and the right. Okay, let's stretch out. We'll do the opposite one here. Okay. I have a Stampin' Up order coming in today. I had some fun new things coming in. I was thinking I would share, but UPS has not been here yet. So we'll see what happens. It's always when you are expecting something fun that they take forever, right? And if it was something boring, you know, then it would be here first thing in the morning. All right, so we got a couple of dimensionals on all of those. I know it's a little overkill, but I like to make sure that everything sticks. So I did spread these out just a little bit further so that they're not covered up when I put the sentiment on them. And yeah, let's do this way. All right, I think that'll work. And then the love circle in the middle. There we go. I think that's cute. And then, because I'm loving these brush breast butterflies, let's put one of those on. Yeah, just to kind of tie it all together. All right. So very quick, very simple. Well, it wasn't exactly quick because it took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to line them all up, but I think that does work overall. Okay, so let's see what else we had here for elements to work with. Let's see about this, and then maybe we can mount that. Yeah, maybe we'll mount that one. I know it's kind of full. Let's see here. Do I want it that big? Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll do that. So I wanted to do another little stamp. I want to use this one because it's not pretty and it kind of matches this whole thing. Actually, you know what might work is, since this one turned out so pretty, what if we followed that same concept, all right, with the green envelope? Okay, sorry, sometimes my gears shift in the middle of in the middle of a thought here, so just carefully disassemble the envelope. That's okay, you're gonna toss those edge pieces anyways. Nope, come on here. There we go. Open that all up. What we really want is this panel. Okay, so let's trim those excess pieces off. All right, just put your creases in the groove here of your trimmer. Okay. All right, and then Again, trim those edges off. And let's see here, this one, let's go this way. All right, put the crease in the groove. All right, so let me know, what are your plans for this weekend? I'm thinking, I already saw a post from our local, one of the local school districts, that they're already kind of prepping. They have not fully canceled school yet, but they kind of hinted at it. So I'm pretty sure kids will have a snow day on Monday. And I told David too, I was checking with him. I'm like, are you prepared to bring everything you need to work from home just in case on Monday as well? Because if it's super snowy and we're under all that storm warning, then it makes sense. Just work from home if you can. All right, so we're gonna cut this down. Again, card front, we wanted this to be 4 by 5 1/4, and so by trimming that off, we're not quite to 4 yet. Let's balance it out. This piece has got a little rumple at the top. All right, so trim that off till we're at the 4, and then to get it down to 5 1/4, we have about 3/4 of an inch, and I want this in the center. So we are going to go right about here. Okay, trim off 1/4 of an inch there, and line it right up at 5 1/4 here. Okay, perfect. So now this is in the center. All right. You might need to just peel the little fluff. The envelope paper here is a lighter weight than your traditional designer series paper or your cardstock, so it might ripple a little bit. So just go ahead and gently peel the edging off there. I am going to use, let's use a Mossy Meadow card base. Let's pull that in. I think that nice deep green will be really pretty here. So again, this is a half sheet, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, folded at 4 1/4. Okay, I did cut some basic white inserts. I prepped my stash a little bit. I just keep these in a clear envelope along with maybe some extra die cuts right here by my stash so that they're easy to access and grab when I need. Okay, so let's tuck this inside our card. Okay, and then this piece will go on the front. We might as well, that one was so pretty and it worked. Let's kind of follow that thought. Whoops, come on here. I had a brand new seal in here and it is super sticky, so I need to just remind myself, slow down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Actually kind of like, gives it a little more vintage feel. Oh, that's kind of cute, right? Just pops in the center there. And let's see. That is cute. Something fun. Isn't that cute? And let's see what we have. Little sentiment labels. Do we want one of these? I don't know that I want pink. So let's see here. That might be kind of cute. What do you guys think? Should we go with 2 of the stamps for a little extra color? Or should we stick with just the 1? I think that's a little too plain. That is kind of cute though. All right, Kathy's saying she likes the 2. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that too. So let's trim some more of these for this larger piece. All right, let's do this. Come on here. And then this one's kind of small, so we really only just need 1 on there. Let's line these back up. All right, I was amazed. Janelle on Tuesday commented that I think she said between her last 2 paper pumpkin kits, she made over 55 cards. That is absolutely incredible. I don't know if I will have made 55 when I'm done with this, but but I do have a lot of elements remaining, so that is kind of exciting, really, how many you can make, which is awesome. Now for a sentiment, I don't think I want to use Poppy Parade on here because we do have this green theme going on. So let's see here. I'm kind of liking that sending love. Let's see here. I do have the airmail. The Just For You is a little long because I don't want to use the pink. You know what I could do? I could stamp directly on my card base here and save this for later. I do have some Mossy Meadow ink handy. I did pull some of these out just in case. So let me, you know, I was really bad last time, and after giving you guys all the tips about making sure you clean your stamps immediately to wash off that Poppy Parade ink and all of that, I don't think I ever cleaned my stamps after Tuesday's video. So I'm gonna give them a quick scrub here with my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Mist. Or if you have the, if you got your chamois, a little purple chamois handy, that works too. All right, let me just give everything a good scrub. Because I left the ink on there, they are going to have a little permanent pink staining. It does not affect the stamps at all. All right, it's just, they will have that little pretty pink tint. Okay, so let's do Just For You. And I'm gonna use my grid to make sure that I have it lined up straight, and then grab my block. Okay, and I think that will work. We'll stamp it directly on our card front. All right, and my ink pad is pretty good and juicy. Oh, got a little on me. Let's see, right over here. Yeah, I think that turned out cute. Oh no, did I smear? How did I get that over there? Oh my goodness. That happens to the best of us. All right, let's see. I do need some, we need some butterflies. All right. Let's see, I didn't really want to put one over here, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll kind of hide the little smudge rather than draw more attention to it. All right, and then another little one. Yeah, I kind of like putting them on a little crooked. That's actually turned out pretty cute. I like that. I am liking that. All right, so now that I've got a second color ink out here, definitely want to make sure I clean these. All right, so it's kind of fun, a similar take on the blue card, but we changed it to a landscape style. And yeah, I like that it's not identical. Yeah, but if you really do, you could, even the blue flower would look nice on here. Yeah, I think those are kind of cute. Liking this postage theme that we've got going on here. And I was thinking too, let's see. Because we do have, let's pull out some of these extra elements here. And yeah, you know what we could do even? I'm having an idea. Because we have our die, and if you don't have these, again, we do have the perennial postage dies too. This is a different size, all right, so it complements the full die set, But use whatever you've got. And that might be kind of fun to do. It's a little bit too big for the envelope flap, but let's see here. But I do have two. Let's disassemble one of these pink envelopes too. So it's actually the back flap that I'm going to use for this. And we're going to die cut and make some of our own little postage pieces. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to just slice this off. Okay, and use this. And because this paper is quite thin, I actually think I could die cut all 3 layers at the same time. So I'm pulling in my cut and emboss machine here. All right, and you guys will be happy to know. Look how well used my plates are. Oh my goodness. That one's still going strong. This one, I've got a couple of cracks formed in it. I did finally get myself a new set of plates. So I have a brand new set here, but I haven't brought myself to use it yet. Usually I use these until it fully cracks and you can't use it anymore. All right, I think right out of the center should be good. I don't need these for anything else. We'll just match it up so our pattern is fairly even on all the edges there. Okay, so we'll run this through, do a little snap, crackle, pop. Okay. And we'll find out if you can definitely. So I'm gonna run through, and while it's still in there, I'm gonna uncrank it reverse. Okay, so it goes in twice. And that did work. Oh yeah. Okay, so that is possible. You can do all 3 of your back envelope flaps there in one swoop, one pass. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see what color we want to use here. Maybe one of the solid pink. I was thinking this might be kind of cute. We can just arrange them like so. Angle them a little bit. Let's see, let's angle this one a little bit more so it's closer to the top. And then this one, yeah, I kind of like them being a little bit wonky. I think that works. Maybe we should have the pink standing up a little bit more. And then we could use, oops, all right, I'm trying to gently, my panels got caught here, so I don't wanna, there we go. I don't wanna tear that apart. But that might be kind of cute. Let's see here. Take out the stems here from our rose. Oh yeah, something like that. Oh, what do you guys think? I think that's kind of cute. Not too busy, right? I think that is kind of cute. All right, let's do this then. And I think maybe I'll put the blue one on the left. Okay, so let's glue. We're gonna glue these flat. Oh, okay, I need to go slow because this paper is a bit thinner. All right, so careful there so it doesn't get sucked up in your seal if that's what you're using. Okay, so this one was a little higher here towards the left. Okay, and then I have the pink across the middle. And that one's going a different direction, a little towards the bottom. Okay, and then we'll angle the green. Okay. And again, kind of put this one higher. Now I think that will work. Let's put the little dimensionals here on our leaves. Okay. All right, so I'm putting one on each leaf and one on each of these, what do you call it? Like the buds, flower buds. Okay. Boop. All right, and then we'll use some dimensionals on the flower itself. That's what I love about these kits. They give you the jumping off point, and then you can just run with it, right? You can keep it as, you can stick right to the pre-planned designs, all right, and just make it quick, like it was intended, your 30-minute creative escape, or you can just let your creativity run, and the possibilities are endless. Lots of fun. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of cute. Let's tuck this under the leaf a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm kind of liking that. And I had this one. Let's see here. Do I want this? That is cute. Or I do have room for a longer sentiment. Oh yeah, let's do the longer one. Okay. So I'll tuck this up out of the way. Let's do the longer one, and with that, we can do, all right, let's see here. Where are my other stamps? We did the just for you. So, do I want just for you? Oh, you know what would, all right, inspiration struck again. Okay, so I think I showed you guys the last video. I cut some adhesive sheet, the sticky sheet down, and attached it to some gold foil. And that will look really cool when we die cut. Use that add-on die to say beautiful. Let's run this through. And that would look really pretty right there on the bottom. Okay, I like that. I think that would work good. And yes, all right, so I'm just lining that up here on my gold foil to maximize it there. Okay, gonna run that through. So you hear a little snap, crackle, pop. Okay. What I like too is that the add-on dies, they're sized so that you can run them through either your full size or your mini cut and emboss. So it'll work with whatever die cut machine you have. All right, so I'm gonna just pull this out there. I love it. You've got a handmade sticker, and when you pull it apart, a lot of times those little doodads, all right, stick right to the negative piece, so you don't even have to pop them out, which makes it super easy. Okay, so this piece is already sticky. You don't have to mess with glue dots or little adhesive. Yeah, I like this right here along the back, bottom here. Ooh, I love it. How cute is that? And that will look perfect with a couple of little butterflies. Oh yeah, I love it. Let's put a little one. Let's put one on the flower petal over there too. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, that was totally just came out of left field, but I'm thinking out of this week's I mean, out of today's projects, out of Tuesday, the blue card was my favorite. I'm thinking this one is my favorite today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with just 2 butterflies. We could do a third, but we have the gold here, so we do kind of have that. Let's see. Let's do that right down there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that one came out so nice. All right, that was kind of just took shape on its own there. That's kind of fun. But I am liking using that die for the background. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see here. I do have one of, let's see, out of my leftover bits. I do still have quite a few. Let's see if we do this. And I do still have the pink check, a full one, so let's use that one too. Let's see, I want to do this one portrait style, excuse me. Not landscape, but I like how I did the last one was portrait style as well. So I think I'll do that. And let's see, I'm just trying to decide how I want all of my elements to go on here. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, that would work too. It's kind of turning out like the original, so maybe we'll scrap that one. We'll do something a little bit different. Let's see here. But I did have, let's see what other pattern. Actually, that might be kind of cute if we did that and then used, kind of did a little bit of a double stamp. Pop that up in the center. Ooh, yeah, okay. This, I think I'm liking this. All right, let's see what we want to put on that postmark there. Yeah, I kind of like that. So let's put our sentiment in the middle. All right, so this is what we're working with, the stamps from the kit here. And I think the sending love, yeah, the just for you is just will fit, but it's a little full. So let's use the sending love. And I do think let's go with the Mossy Meadow. All right, we could do the Graham, I think or the Poppy Parade, but let's do the Mossy Meadow, kind of change it up just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna stamp that here in the middle. Okay, yeah, I like that. Something's just a little bit different. And that I want to put on dimensionals here, right in the middle of our larger kind of postage background. Okay, 2 should be good. They're pretty big. Let's put this right in the middle. All right, and then we do have some of those flower die cuts. Let me find them here. Here we go. Okay, let's pop some of these out, and then we could kind of frame them around that centerpiece. So changing it up just a little bit here. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of cute, right? Yeah. All right, let's go with that. So we'll put a couple of the dimensionals on each flower. Okay, so this one goes, let me see. Yeah, I don't want it to cover up the whole thing, so I just want it to be kind of on the edge there. Okay, and then this one. Let me see. Gently. Let's see which way I like them better. If I did that one there, and then put this one. Yeah, that works. And then this one over here. Okay, I think that works. Let's use some larger or some edge pieces here. All right, just cut these dimensionals a little bit larger for the back side. Okay, and then, oops. Okay, I want another kind of big one there. All right, and then before we do that, yeah, I think that's cute. Actually, I like it plain. I was gonna stamp the background, but I think we'll just leave it like that. Let's just keep it clean and simple. That is really simple, and didn't add anything else. It's just the elements from the kit. I guess I did add a little bit of that Mossy Meadow ink, but that was it. We do still have a leftover flower, but I think 2 is good there. Yeah, 2 is good. Add on a butterfly. Oh yeah, that's cute. Let's do a 3rd. Whoops. 3rd is kind of flying. Yeah, I think it's cute. It's simple. Oh, thank you, Sandy. All right, yes, it is a bit more balanced that way too, Kathy. Thank you. All right, okay, I am liking the way those came out. None of them kind of like I had originally thought. They kind of took a life of their own there, but I am kind of liking that. And let's see here. I wanted to use one of these larger background pieces. What if we let's see what we want to do here. Maybe we do something like that. Kind of like that, and yeah, so maybe I would change it up that way. So let's put, all right, I am going to use that trick where you leave them in their frame here. All right, I want to use this that long one there, and the one next to it. All right, so let's keep them attached, put the dimensionals on here and peel them off. Okay, and then let's line them up here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Okay, so then I'm gonna just gently peel these 2 top ones out. All right, they've already got their adhesive, so that means they're perfectly spaced like that. And then I think this one. All right, I am gonna pop this one out because it's kind of out of order there. But I think that will work. All right, let's space this. And then let's check this. Yeah, do I want, no, I think I kind of like that the way it is. And we'll do, yeah, let's do this one. That kind of balances too. Oops, I've got an extra dimensional on my fingers, so we'll do these. Okay. And then, oops, it's crooked. Then I think we'll just do the sending love. I think we'll just do that right in the middle. And we won't even need any extra, we won't even need any extra pieces. I think we'll just do that. Stamp it directly on the paper. Yeah, I think that's kind of cute because of the extra dimension. I think that works. And I think a little butterfly right here kind of sets it off. And I think just one, maybe just one on that. And then we need a card base. But let's see, I do have a full-size pink one, but I'm not loving that pink. You know what? So let's do the white original, kind of how this was originally designed. So we've got the smaller white note card. This is a 3.5 by 5. And when working with this, you're actually going to put your adhesive right here on the front. Make sure it opens properly. All right, so we're going to put our adhesive directly onto the front here because the decorative panel is larger than the note card itself. So, all right. Okay, it goes this way, and then I'm going to turn it to center it on the back here. All right, and then just give it a nice smooth. Okay, there you go. So it opens like that. So we changed it up a little bit from the original, but I think that's kind of cute, just doing that. What do you guys think? I'm kind of happy with the way that came out. Yeah, we've kind of been cranking these out. Nice. Let's see here. Again, I think we really could make a bunch. I've got all these extra elements still. I've got 2 extra little stamps. And I do have a bunch of other pieces. So, I do have a couple of these blue flowers, and those are my favorite. So I'm torn between saving these to make a couple more of those blue cards, or that could be kind of neat. Something like that. And then it just kind of changes it up just a little bit. And then we could oh, well, no, I have pink. I don't really want pink to go with the blue. I think I would prefer, I'd almost prefer a green to go with that. What do you guys think? We change it up a little bit. Should we do blue background? Oh yeah, I'm thinking the blue. I was gonna use green, but I think the blue definitely makes it pop. Yeah, let's do that. This is the blueberry bushel. Okay. All right, so this is just a half sheet of blueberry bushel here. And I am liking that. That is just, it's so pretty. What we could do, because I don't know that I want to put blue plaid, you know, because there's already the check there. It's already the gold foil check. I don't think I want blue. I think that's just too busy. But what we could do, since we have that other half a white note card left over from Tuesday, is we could mount that on here or turn it a little bit. Oh yeah, I think that might work. And then yeah, that's kind of cute. Something like that. And then I've got some blueberry bushel ink. So I think I kind of like that, changing it up a little bit. Okay, so this was half of one of the white note cards that we used here. All right, I had cut that apart on Tuesday when I used the other half as an insert for the green card there. Okay, so let's mount this on the front. Just gives it a little more distinction when we put that gold foil element on there. Okay, so we do need a white insert for the inside. So let's do that too before I forget. Okay. Yeah, all right, there we go. Then we'll do this one on top. It's kind of a fun wavy shape. Yeah. Right in the middle there. All right, loving this delicate blue flower. So again, just use your mini dimensionals here on those larger flower blossoms. Yeah, I think that's sufficient. Okay, and then let's put this over here on the left side. Super cute. And then for our sentiment, we'll use some blueberry bushel ink. And then let's use the You Brighten My Day. I think that will be nice. Okay. Okay, gently inking that. All right, You Brighten My Day. Oh yeah, okay, good. Came out nice and straight. Okay. And then we'll dimensional the back of this. And let's see, I need to make sure that it stays on the card. I was gonna put it a little higher, but I don't want to cover. Yeah, that works. We'll have the leaves pointing towards the U, and it just fits there. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. I kind of like it a little higher instead of lower there. And then let's see here. Let's go this way, and then we'll do one this way, and then we'll do another one right here. Oh, I like it. What do you guys think? Yes, it is well worth the money when you can get extra cards out of the kit, for sure. For sure. Yes. Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm enjoying this whole postage stamp kit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, well, we're right about the hour mark, so I won't I won't keep you guys any longer, but we made 6 extra cards today. I'm like, can I count here? We made 6, so we made 5 cards. We made 5 cards on Tuesday. So originally we made this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one. Okay, so those were the 5 we originally made with some fun folds in there. And then today we made 6, so we changed it up. We made this one. That turned out really cute. Really embracing the postage thing. This one, I have to say, I think that one is my favorite. It's 3. Let's see, I don't even remember what order we did these in. 4, we used a little bit more of the pink bases, the bubble bath today. I really like that one too. This one came out super cute. And I don't know. I've got a couple of still, I really like this one too. Those blue flowers really do it, but I love how the gold foil sentiment there with the die cut came out. So far I am at 11 cards. The kit was originally designed to make 9, but I could still, make a couple of the originals because I do still have some of those bases left over. I still have all of the envelopes. And yeah, when it comes to leftover pieces, I've still got some more. So I won't keep you all today, but just showing that we get getting a lot out of this kit. There's just so many fun ways to put that together. I definitely do recommend, if you haven't already, get some of these brushed brushes. They're number 158, 136. Those are awesome. They pair really well with this kit. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I hope you guys enjoyed these extra project ideas. If you did, make sure you thumbs up, right? Thank you so much. Stay warm, stay cozy. If you have to go out, make sure you get stocked up on all your groceries and things tonight, all right, before the weather gets too bad. Make sure you got your car filled up with gas, all that safety stuff in case the power goes out. I know I hope it was just they were working on the power lines, but we had a power go out for a little bit both Wednesday and Thursday. So if we do get those high winds and things, I'm anticipating that we might have power outages over the weekend too. So made sure the car is full of gas, and my parents do have a generator and they're not too far away. But yeah, safety, but hopefully you guys can just stay warm and cozy and enjoy a couple of snow days. So thank you guys so much. Happy stamping. We'll see you again next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.